Hi, I'm Jason Gorb for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at Joan Baez's Diamonds and Rust, the limited edition 45 RPM version from Analog Productions. So Diamonds and Rust, absolutely astonishing record. One of the beautiful, just recording, absolutely exquisite performance. It's really when Joan Baez really truly found her individual voice. She wrote the title song as one of her masterworks. If you just look at the people who are actually playing on this record, I mean, Jim Gordon, Wilton Felder, excuse me, Larry Carlton, and Dean Parks on guitar, Joe Sample on electric piano, David Paich on the harpsichord from Toto, of course, and Joan Baez on Moog and ARP synthesizers. Amazing. You have Larry Knechtel all over this. Just absolutely ridiculous. Mid 70s creme de la creme of the established players. Her at the absolute top of her game in her voice. Her incredibly high tenor had softened just a little bit. She'd obviously gone through all the dynamics and relationships with Dylan, the tour, forthcoming, all of those elements. Incredibly complicated time in her life, but just astonishing. Written in November 1974, the beginning of a new musical direction and awareness for Joan. Basically, her moving away from some of her more straight up folky stuff to her essentially becoming the a late stage of the singer-songwriter thing, but her absolutely embracing that shit. Her interpretation of some amazing songs is still here. Of course, the second song is by Stevie Wonder's Story to Write. But a bunch of these tracks, she does do an amazing version of Simple Twist of Fate on here, with her covering her ex-partner Bob Dylan. And then, Winds of Old Days, all these other terrific songs. I've had many versions of this, including several audiophile versions. Here is the Nautilus Super Disc version. This is, which needs to be put in a vinyl storage solution sleeve. But nonetheless, it's the Nautilus half-speed series. Yeah, I don't have the Nautilus of some of the crazy expensive ones, but this is still a really beautiful pressing, the Super Disc. The record itself, with Nautilus pressing, plays very well. Beautiful sound, quite astonishing. Nautilus always came with a little spiel. So you can see this actually has the lyrics sort of printed this way, and actually has here the Nautilus checklist, which is nice. This is absolutely mint. And it shows, congratulations, Nautilus Super Disc has been crafted to provide you with exceptional listening experience. So could I get Victor Feldman, The Three, Randy Sharp, The Kingston Trio, Hart, John Clymer, Doobie Bros, Pablo Cruz, Tim Weisberg, Fleetwood Mac's rumors on this. Spyro Gyra, Seals and Crofts, Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark. That's a whole nother conversation. Diamonds and Rust, Chico Hamilton, Cars, Sticks, Pieces of Eight, Rita Coolidge, Bee Gees, Doobie Brothers again, Minute by Minute, and then the Nautilus test record. That'd be interesting to have. And Karen Gibbs. This is all part of there with this awesome little sort of sign stuff. So really pleased to have this as part of my collection for many years. I did get a chance to see her, 7-8 years ago. And she did an astonishing performance. It was really fantastic to see her live. If you've not seen the Martin Scorsese No Direction Home documentary, it's ostensibly a story of Bob Dylan, but really it's the story of Joan Baez. She is all over that movie, and she is the absolute core of it. This is the Mobile Fidelity version. This is came out, when did it actually come out? No copyright date on it. But yeah, numbered, no-fi, this is number 1989, fittingly. Diamonds and Rust with a spiel. This is the way they did the gatefold with the lyrics inside, and the record on ye old Mobile Fidelity. Oh, yes, right, it's one of these that the gatefold doesn't come off to the side, comes out in the middle. As I'm fighting my way through here. Gotta remember how this comes out. There we are. I apologize. this coming out of the side. It was just sort of slammed in there. Here is how they used to do the sort of MoFi sort of inner like this, and then inside this card, you see the little tucked away, is the white label MoFi. Diamonds Rust. I still have this in a MoFi sleeve, one of the white old school non-printed MoFi sleeves with the A&M stuff. And this has, yeah, very nice thick vinyl. Very, very exceptional pressing. Which brings us to this guy. This is the AP75 45 RPM version. Just comparing it, I can already tell that's a textured cover, different than the other two. But I thought we'd open this up and take a look inside. Again, it has this sort of bag where you sort of rip off the top because then it's not super tight against the record. First time I ever saw that was from the RTI pressings, but I really love that when they do that instead of the hard shrink, as it were. The AP75, or no, it's not AP75, it's just an Analog Productions release. I'm so used to the AP75 stuff. But yeah, limited to 1 of 2,000, apparently. As mentioned, mine is number 228. Beautiful textured cover, absolutely gorgeous, completely stunning. On the inside and gloss, we have the lyrics and production nonsense. Inside here, we have more advertising for Acoustic Sounds, of course. Look, Katie Live, a video. So, you know, for those who want to collect the whole spiel, they're all here for you. Showing off some of their fun stuff, including, you know, the craft, the contemporary, Bluesville, all here. Some amazing stuff they actually have released. And yeah, so here's on the old school A&M label, reproduction of that. We have here the 45 RPM release. This is record 1. AP75, sorry, APP 17545AB, and then MAL? I don't know. It's pressed, and it looks really, really gorgeous, as expected. We will do a brief shootout between the three of those for those of you interested in hearing the difference between all the different Baez's. Really, this is a release basically for me, and I'm very pleased that they did it. As one of those audiophile Joan Baez lunatics, this sort of works out very, very well. No obvious issues whatsoever here as well. Looks absolutely stunning. So I am super excited to dive into this again. First things first is I'm just going to listen to the record. I mean, that's the thing to do. Well, I lied. First things first is going to my degrader. And then I will be listening to the record in its entirety, and then we'll do some comparison tracks. But wanted to give you a look here at the limited edition Joan Baez on 45 RPM from Acoustic Sounds. For thatshelf.com, I'm Jason Gorber. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comments what you think. Ring the bell, subscribe, do all that stuff. That'd be great. Thanks so much. We'll see you next video.